What's up with everyone? Welcome back to Help Coin, where you can get help with your crypto problems. I'm Ripple Van Winkle, and I'm your boss. I hope that everyone's having a wonderful day. Today is December 10th. Today is a great day to be alive. I'm going to tell you something. I was scared. I became scared about getting up this morning. Before today, I didn't want to look at the prices of cryptocurrencies because they had already gone down after the crash the day before. Remember that prices will only go up for a short time in a rising market before they start to drop again. It happened everywhere. Different alts were given different amounts of smoked extra. Different alts bounced back at different rates. We knew this was going to happen. We talked about it. It was that Bitcoin spot that we talked about, especially if we couldn't get above $100,000. The people who run the market are taking a chance on you. They bet on mind video games. For whatever reason, they are holding back Bitcoin because they know what happens when this thing goes crazy. Do not doubt that the attack is on its way. We've talked about on this show. A lot was talked about on the live stream. It will start in the first quarter of 2025. What do I think will happen in December? To be honest, not too much. Sideways returns are sent back to where we've been. Then we lock in for Q1 2025. We're going to talk about this and numerous other things, so make sure your back is straight. Breathe. Bitcoin, let's get started. $97.799. That's been going down for the past 24 hours, 0.34%. Ethereum is about to leave 3.752. It's down 2.56% right now. It is XRP that is coming in at 1% for both USDT and USDC. It wants to do a little home repair work here. It is now worth $2.22, which is more than 6% less than it was 24 hours ago. Let's zoom out a bit though. Take a look back 30 days. We're up more than 280%. The amount of XRP we're talking about is no longer in the cent or dollar range. We're in that dollar range. The key or supernatural number that we had to keep was $1.96. Wow. Did we get close? I think we hit around 203, 205, or somewhere in that neighborhood for positive exchanges. It turned out that I just put the phone down all the way, to be honest. We were protecting on. Oh boy, did we keep going for dear life? Should we be out of the woods by now? Okay, let's see what the next week brings. Let's give it to the loser of the week. Here's what we expect from this week's close. Obviously, if we can keep this rate up and get daily closes, we need to be able to code into that weekly close total coin market cap of 3.5 trillion. In no way is it a horrible job. Make this public. Good morning. After the recent drop in cryptocurrency, how is everyone keeping up? Remember that the stronger hands will show up on the peak. Because we are in a bull run, only the strong will live to tell the tale. A bull cycle doesn't mean that everything is going to be fine. It's no longer just new. We will enjoy reds. There needs to be red in the markets. It's very good. Going for walks 300% every week, every month, or every 2 weeks is not good for your asset. That doesn't help. There needs to be time to cool off. When these assets go back to the drawing board, they need to retest, find a new base, and get new money. These things are going to come in and start driving prices back up. This was very useful, especially since we held the all-time high of $1.96 in 2020. What can we expect to happen next? It's going to be fun. Okay, we want to make sure that we end the week in this range, which means that it doesn't go above $2.50. It looks like our next push-up will put us above 272, which is good news. Move us up to that $3 to $3.50 set for $50 set. Please go to my Twitter and rip me a new one. You can look for it under. Last night we did a stay flow. We can keep streaming King in the jungle. In 2 cases. Based on the week we hit it up. Okay, we began on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. You could play for real money or get a free deck of 20 cards to start. Very easy. Fill out the shape on Google. We need your email address, tests, and pockets. We can't email you if you don't give us one. We can't send you an email. Once it's done, you won't know when to check the minting website to go ahead and claim your free cards. Don't forget that these are NFTs. In that case, if you don't give an email, you will only need to keep going to our Mint website, Mint, and checking in under the right series to make sure your percent was delivered. Fill it out. The people who blew it out last night, I think we were told that another 35 people were coming. The email will be sent to you. You'll get it at some point in the future that we don't know yet. There will be a short 90-second movie in it. In this case, it will tell you how to get your card PC and sign them over. It will let you know that it has been put to your wallet, so you can go ahead and finish that. Don't forget that each pocket has one PC. If you try to add more than one entry with the same card, you won't get more than 2 entries. There's only one. And then you can download the game from Larsson's page. I will use the right link in the emails to connect that. Please join the game of King of the Jungle with anyone, his Keats chart on parents, and XRP. This is what we're looking for. Not bad at all. We kept that $2 spot. How long does Keith have to wait? I'm sorry, but I need a sip of my coffee because I'm choked. He is expecting things to move sideways. The timeline is no longer the time to scale at the bottom, but what will we think will happen next? There will be a series of flat moves between $220 and $250 before the next push to the upside, which will take us to the lower to middle $3 range as we talked about. After that, we'll go back to, or we can go to for the first time ever, $4 to $8 on XRP. All of that will happen in 2025. We've talked about a correction in XRP around tax season in the US. So if we see a $8 or $6 to $8 price in Q1, you should expect to give up March and the beginning of April. This is going to show up everywhere. It's possible that prices will go down everywhere, not just on XRP. An awful lot of people are going to feel scared at this point. They'll go crazy. I'm going to freak out because I think this run-up is over. Not me. What happens next for the rest of the summer when we get the soaring blow-off tops on everyone? Look, Bitcoin hasn't reached the top of its steep curve yet. Bitcoin has not yet gone crazy. This bull market doesn't always happen. There are more and more of these terrible stories going around. The bull comes over, picks up your bags, throws them in, and forgets about it. It's not true anymore. Not even close to being true. We made plans for the coming year. We put out our plans for 2025 and what we want to achieve. You can expect things to happen in the first quarter, a correction around tax time, and soaring blow-off tops later that same hour in 2025. It's still early days. It is still early for crypto. This is going to be the bull run. Everyone is going to be shocked and amazed by this. I'm calling it now. Then there was John Reed Stark, who was on 60 Minutes. He sent out his whole thread. It's clear that cryptocurrencies are getting him down and dirty. I mean, 60 Minutes is called the hit piece for a reason. The day went by after we made the film. They should have checked the facts. They don't want to check the truth for some crazy reason. I don't get it. They don't do fact checks during the presidential race. They do not check the facts during the 60 Minutes interview. He laid out this whole thread, but Brad Garlinghouse replied to him with a route. John, he says, you might not have known Gensler, but you sure sounded a lot like him when you made comments that were flat out lies. That is a polite way for him to tell lies, he says. In truth, they looked like Gensler speak me factors. And don't forget that he said there were no licenses or software and that all courts had said tokens are securities. Some crimes are a little easier to do with crypto. All of these claims are false, and 60 Minutes should have checked the facts before showing this because it kind of hurts their reputation. Crypto isn't really the problem that needs to be fixed. It doesn't look at where in the SEC form to protect investors does the exact opposite in a public area. I will give credit